Alright, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Here to give y'all a market cipher update video as well. Looks like we are kind of tanking here just a tad bit. So we could come back down and retest here. It looks like we're putting in kind of like a wick, but let's go into our lower time frame, see if this could die out soon. It does look like it wants to make some moves here. Waiting for that green dot to be put in on the 3-minute. 7,500, trying to fight there. Some yellow X's. Let's go back over here. 15-minute, trying to fight with that 7,500-ish area. Maybe we can hold. Looks like we're still trying to be brought down a tad bit. Some more divergences happening here to the bullish side. Could be putting in a green dot here. Maybe on the 3-minute we probably already have something. Looks like it got bought up pretty quick there. So let's take a look at our 1-minute, see what's going on. Yellow X's, green dot. Okay, I'm going to run through this pretty quick just to give y'all an update. So we have our 3-minute, 5-minute, 7,500 is still trying to hold. Let's see. I have my girlfriend hooked up with the same TradingView account, so she's probably also taking a look at the markets as well. So trying to hold the 75 area. Had a quick wick down there. Let's go into the 10-minute. Wanting to see some curvage or some more curves up. So let's see here. We can go into our 15-minute. No blood diamonds or yellow X's have presented themselves just yet, so we'll go into our higher time frame and see what's going on here. 30-minute needs to make a green dot for us as well. I'll feel a little bit safer about the markets if once we put in these green dots. 45-minute. Last sell signal. Okay, and then we go into the hour. Yellow X on the hour. That was when that drop happened. Okay, we're on a sell on the yellow X again. That could change though. We have a 10x long here. 2 hour. Wanting to bottom out with a buy on the 2 hour with another 10x long. Indication we could see some upside unless we put in a yellow X or a blood diamond. 4 hour. Last was a yellow X here. Makes sense. 6 hour. A lot of momentum to the downside here. Check our higher time frames. Let's go straight to the 12 hour. I mean, this pattern just completely came down. So waiting to put in that green dot on the 1 day as well, or on the 12 hour, the 1 day as well. Let's take a look at this 1 day and see if we are going to get a green dot. Looks like it wants to clip back up with some bullish divergence happening here on this VWAP. That's kind of interesting. Haven't seen quite a curve like that before on the VWAP on the 1 day, so, or just the VWAP in general. It's kind of interesting. So that's a good bullish divergence there on the 1 day. But we're waiting for that green dot to be put in as well, which means that we could come a little bit lower, maybe like 7,300 again, and then put in a green dot. But I would say that we kind of start to curve our way back up. 2 day. We have our VWAP also putting in a little bit of a bullish divergence here. We are in the red money flow, so indicating that there's still a lot of sell pressure. 3-day, waiting to put in that next green dot on the 3-day as well. We need to see some more buying on this 3-day. We need to see some green money flow on there for sure. 4-day still in the green money flow. I mean, that's a good sign. I hope that we can just stay in that green money flow on our 4-day, 5-day, and 6-day. 6 days clipping up to the upside with the money flow. That's another pretty good sign. I think from our 6-day to our weekly, that's where it's a little concerning, because I think the weekly did show like we're clipping in the red, but it does look like it still wants to come up on the money flow end. So we did see a little bit of green, but ultimately we want to see a lot more green here on the money flow on the weekly. So, but it's interesting because that money flow stayed red the whole time. I mean, we're at, even when we ran up to 14K, it was still in the red. So kind of interesting there. And then our monthly, obviously going to be in the green. So our 4-day, 5-day, and then our 6-day is clipping up. So honestly, I feel like our 6-day is going to tell us that we will see some upside here pretty soon. The higher time frames do tend to dominate sometimes. So the fact that we're still in the green, our weekly, it's funny because our let's see, our 2-week. Our 2-week is wanting to come to the downside a little bit in the red. But honestly, I feel like we could get saved by that monthly. Once that monthly goes in, I mean, I think it'll probably just continue back to the upside on that money flow. So our 6 days clipping up into the greenish territory, which is a good sign. I've noticed CryptoFace's been keeping a really big eye on money flow here lately, so I'm just going to start using that a little bit more. Yeah, really just waiting for this 1-day green dot to be put in, but it does look like we've kind of stalled out here. I'll go back to the smaller time frames here to see what's happening. Big green dot on the 5-day, or on the 5-minute, could indicate that have a little bit of curvature. Let's keep going. Our 15-minute hasn't quite closed out yet. I'm still waiting to kind of close on the 15-minute. A big green dot would be really nice there. So let's take a look at the hour. The hourly needs to come back up a little bit. Money flow looks like it wants to head back into the greenish territory on the 1 hour. So that's another good sign. Let's just go back on this money flow. It was pretty small here, but then it got pretty large. Now it's kind of curving off, looking like it wants